I was listening back trying to find like a clip of something. The beginning of every episode is someone saying something stupid and then me going, ha ha ha, every fucking time. It's so cringy.
The thing that you should stop doing is like telling us when we go live. It's just, by the way, guys.
No, because I don't want you guys to incriminate yourselves.
Oh yeah, we could be just sitting here doxing each other.
Yeah. Yeah, over here on 123 Fake Street, we love having barbecues. I leave my door unlocked and the neighbors come over.
I'm just so glad. Oh,
hello.
Oh, there you go.
We got one person
I'm
watching.
glad you were able to change that title, by the way.
Did it actually go through?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it says age quit.
It didn't say it on Restream, but I told it to do it. So thanks Restream.
Well, Chantal, I just sent some anthrax to your 23 Acacia Avenue, Sweden address.
Somewhere in Sweden.
I need you to fuck off right now.
Respect your lord and elder.
Why? What makes you an elder? I don't know.
I'm just better than you in every way, shape, and form.
Age-wise, you mean?
No, every way.
Oh, okay.
Don't try and put yourself over, sunshine.
All right. Sweet. Swa. Choom.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the BinPodcast.
LFB.
Hold on. I'm going back. No, I'm taking us off screen. We're gonna try that again. All right, everybody back to your marks.
Wait. Who invited Marge Simpson?
All right, everyone's in their places. Speed, rolling, and action.
Hello, everybody. Podcast. It's been a while. We're listening.
Now we've got Bob Ross.
It's been a wonderful week all around the world. No big news anywhere. I'm joined by Mikey, Wayne, and Brenna. It's fantastic.
We got some happy little cactus down here.
All right, I'm trying something else, and everybody's just making fun out of me. Welcome to the BinPodcast, children. Fuck all of you. We don't care. You don't care. But we're all still fucking here. So, Mikey's here. Lord Wanker of Essex is here, and Brenna. What the fuck? You're here. And of course, I'm Shartan. So this is the BinPodcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care what you're drinking. I know. I just want to know what's been up your nose the last week.
Oh God.
Wait.
Bard segue.
This is a little personal to me.
No, wait a minute. First of all, none of your business. Second of all, you are for everyone who's just listening. Shartan is walking in here looking like a proper fucking Slavic footballer. He's got his little fucking faux hawk going on. His beard's all the right lengths. It's not just in here all crazy. It looks like he's bathed. His skin looks great.
I want to personally thank Val for what she has done.
It's like the makeover crew.
This is beautiful. Thank you.
You can see his eyes through his nose hair, which is gone.
Look at that.
Which is gone. Like properly gone. So should we
He's gone. No, sorry. Let me just say, he's gone from Alistair Black to Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Yeah, that's Zlatan. That's what he looks like.
So should we show people the video before we talk about it? Should we talk about it and then show the video, or should we just fuck the video and just?
No, put the video up, man.
You want to put? We want to start with the video. All right.
Yeah, go on.
All right, let's do the video first.
Really, this is not from the Deviants.
Oh, you don't want the one from the Deviants. I got that back good done too.
Oh,
Don't forget what today is, Wayne. You're wide open, big boy. You are wide. This is
Come at me, bro. Come at me.
This is easy pickings for me.
So,
Oh,
yeah, this happened.
Wow, incredible. Nothing happened.
No way! Jesus fucking Christ!
You're supposed to start another little screen. There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh.
Your email address is everything on the side there.
Yeah. Watch out for trigger warning for everybody who's squeamish about these things. Oh God, mute it.
Oh, sorry. Fuck.
Mute
Yeah,
it,
just
mute
talk,
it.
just quickly
Cut
talk
it,
over
cut
it.
it,
Talk
cut it,
over
cut
it. Talk over it.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right, run it.
Oh,
All of his brain cells.
that was it. It was done.
Oh no, he's still got the other
Jesus
side.
Christ! Like he just took the edges off right there, and then he just like.
Whoop. Look at his eyes. Oh, that's real.
In fact, what you can see there is Jartan's opinion.
That vein is about to pop.
Oh God!
Yeah.
So much hair.
He
Wow.
can't, like, he didn't even curse. That's how you know it was so painful. He just he took it in stoic silence. So props to that.
For audio listeners,
no, I
what we
didn't.
just Jartan, for audio listeners, what we just saw was Jartan having his nasal canal waxed.
From inside.
Grim.
Inside.
Boom.
Yeah.
Out.
That was not all they did. They also did my ears.
Oh.
Oh Jesus!
The
Nothing.
ears
Hang on a
was-
minute.
No. So here's the deal. I have like inner plugs, right? And you have to get those done. So for you to get those done, you have to wax your ears and you have to get all the earwax out. Otherwise, they won't fit properly. So I've done that quite a few times.
Wait,
The problem this
in-ear
Yeah.
plugs. What do you mean?
so when
Like
I
for-
have
Like for ear
monitoring.
infection? For what?
for monitoring, right? So I got custom fitted in-ear plugs.
Oh, I gotcha.
Do you have any
So
other
when
cavity
so when
plugs?
I play, they're custom fitted, and you can basically not hear anything around you, and you can just get whatever you want into your ears. And to get those done, you have to wax your ears and get them custom fitted. So I've done that. The problem this time is that some of the wax got stuck,
Oh jeez.
and instead of like ripping it out like you usually do, they had to like
Tweezer
start
it out.
doing like with tweezers and shit.
Uh,
That was horrible.
Have you never done that candling thing where they whack the candle in your ear and it all comes out?
Is that woo or does that really work?
It does
works.
work.
Yeah,
It works. It works. But here's the thing: it's worse today than it was yesterday. My nose is properly fucking hurting. Like really, like somebody fucking punched me right in the fucking nugget. It's horrible, dude.
Got a little Glasgow kiss straight to the nose.
It seems like one of them procedures that was just
Oh my- the
somebody
Decepticons.
opened her garage door. Yeah.
Devastator's just rocked up. Oh, Brendan's going to take care of business.
Oh, Megatron just rolled up like.
I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be that guy. No, so, but you properly fucking know.
But
that-
it seems like one of them procedures that just was invented for the sake of being invented.
I did not snore last night.
Oh, that's why she made you do it, because you're snoring up a fucking store. She's like, get the fucking hair out of there. Get that shit gone. I gotta go to bed.
No, dude, like I got the spray for your nose and your throat.
Yeah.
Did not work. Like it's so bad now that the alarm system in my house is picking it up.
Oh boy, you might have to get a little scrapey in there.
No. After that, I did not snore last night.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not sure on
But
that
it's
because
also- So
I'm-
call the CIA, but you can also call the CIA. Tell them that you have a very, very effective thing of getting people to tell the truth, because it's fucking one of the worst things. I would rather have the inside of my anus tattooed than doing that again.
New Patreon tier.
Nope.
Tons of mice clip that.
He's not here.
Oh
He's doing job.
no! Oh no! I didn't appreciate him while he was here. Now he's gone.
It's
Now we can all say
horrible.
stuff and get away with it.
It is fucking horrible. But all right, we have to move on. We know we have to move on.
Jartan, why don't you give us an update on your parliamentary crisis you're going through over there?
Oh, thought you'll never ask. So here's the deal. We did this whole special last week. Well, not a special. One of our regular scheduled episodes. But we focused on Sweden. Sweden has having a parliamentary crisis. It ended up with our prime minister left office on Tuesday. Tuesday morning, he was out. So the leader of the Moderate Party, he got 3 days. So he went to Speaker of the House rounds. He goes to leader of all the big parties, and he asked them, "Can you get a government back together?" He went to the moderates, Ulf Kristersson. He could not do it. Now it's back to the Prime Minister. Here's the deal, though.
What's the dealio?
I was wrong last week.
Uh-oh. Bum. About what?
I was pissed off, right?
Okay.
Not that I was wrong. I thought that it was sort of an overreaction. We were in the middle of we're putting it out there. Stefan, our prime minister, he sort of did this to himself. Yada yada yada. Things are always more complicated than they seem at first sight. This is incredibly difficult, and it's multifaceted and blah. So I was a bit harsh on him, and so were you, Mikey, who was trying to be him. But
Badly.
But he promised Brenna, the leader of the Central Party, that he would do one thing, but then he had to tell Wayne that I cannot do that anymore. So it's multifaceted. It wasn't as easy as we put it out last week. I still think the left did the only right thing. I think that we will have the same government back in place until next year's election, but with the left party having more say in the matters, right?
Okay.
I think that's the way that we're going.
Up, rest.
And how do you feel about it? As someone who's directly influenced by the policies of your government of the country that you live in.
Right. Jartan.
I think he's frozen.
But no, sorry.
He's asking you. So, how does that impact you?
I don't think that it will impact us in such. I just think that the market rent control issue is resolved. I don't think that we will have a market control. The rent cap will still be there. And I've learned a lot actually going through this, because there's actually laws in Sweden who tell you how much rent per square meter you're allowed to take out in a certain area.
Right, how much
it's
you
not
can
like
charge.
you can just build a fucking high rise and just say I want this much. No, it's actually controlled so that you have a diversity of people doing it, and you can just if you're renting it out and it's subsidized, then you have to make sure that it's within these parameters, which is fantastic. Socialism.
But didn't you say last week that wasn't in place, and now you've learned that it actually is?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was wrong again.
So you
I'm
can't. So
learning
you can't
new
set.
things.
So you can't set up like a luxury apartment complex.
Nope. Nope. And rent
Mm,
it out for how much you want.
got it.
You cannot do that. I can build a high rise and sell the apartment for whatever the fuck I want. But if it's a rental,
Oh, it's all that has to be rent cap. That makes sense.
Yeah, so this is fundamentally different to what's commonplace in Western economies, because if you build like there's places in London that are like the same size as a garage, and you can charge what the fuck you like for rent for that. There is no cap. You can just charge what like if someone's willing to pay that, they'll pay it. And I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's any federal thing in the states that decrees that you can't charge what you like for renting of your own space, because that seems to go against everything that the American sort of constitution
Yeah,
goes with.
not a lot of rules.
Yeah.
Not for landlords, at least.
So the fact that we're like obviously exploring what's going on in Sweden last week has led you to find out that there is that in Sweden, which is again,
yeah.
well done, Sweden.
Yeah. So here's the deal. So the reason they want this to adhere is that they want, they want people to move into. If there is a new building in a very good area, they think that people who live in a less good area would move into that, even if the rent is really high, and then the more affordable apartment would go to people who don't have that much money. Kind of the trickle down economic theory, just in real estate and in rental apartments. We know that this theory does not work. That's not how it works. If I have a rent controlled apartment and I'm really happy with it, but I'll stay there for economical reasons. I'm not going to move just because another rental apartment 2 blocks away or on a nicer part of town becomes available, but it costs me twice as much money. I wouldn't do that. I don't think Wayne would do that, or Brenna or Mikey would do that. But
I make bad decisions a lot, though, so I might. I'm pretty dumb.
Thanks for clarifying, by the way. At least you're not old, as some of us are.
I'm young and dumb and full of,
Yeah, but that's not really how that works.
The deviants.com.
Right. So the people will with a good capital, they will buy an apartment, not rent. Small or big, they will still rent. Good or bad neighborhoods, people with no capital will still rent. People with money will still buy.
Do you have bad neighborhoods in Sweden?
It's all relative. For you, no.
Their bad neighborhood. There's like one empty Coke can on the ground. It's like, oh, look at this squalor we have to live in. No, I can't believe it.
No, but and this is going to be, I'm probably going to be blasted for this, but you asking me if we got bad neighbors, if I answered yes to that, it would probably be like if a guy from, downtown Baghdad, 1994 asked you, well, you don't have bad neighborhoods in Chicago, do you? Like, you don't have bombs falling down your home, like Scud missiles hitting you in the fucking chin every fucking 2 days, right? So it's all relative.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
this
it's not really.
This bloke's taking up 2 bike slots on the bike rack. Look at him.
Yeah.
Fucking hate this guy. This place has gone to shit.
Yeah. Basically.
Oh man, the thing is, Mikey, you've got this fairy tale idea of what Sweden is. There are some proper rough places in Sweden. Jartan will tell you, it's not all hurdy-gurdy and bicycles and shit.
I imagine their fights.
So it basically is.
I was about to say, I would imagine I would imagine they get angry at each other and throw ridiculously large sunflower petals at each other or something. Like there's this. It's just. They're just running around with sunflower seals and shorts. Just That's
So
how they.
this is what American media has done to you. I bet you think that every Irish person just is all to be sure, and then there's a punch up and then gets drunk.
Yeah.
Find the lie.
I can show you it.
So basically, where we are at now is that our former prime minister, but also our current prime minister in this transition period is trying to find a new way to build a coalition. I think that he will succeed, but I think that the left party will give him some. They won't just say, "Yeah, we'll support you," but we won't have a say in it. They won't have Annie, that would be Brenna from last week, have all her. The Central Party give them all that they want. So we still don't have a government. I'm hoping that in about a week or so we will.
Gonna be Mad Max up there. A bunch of like two people bicycles with spikes on it. Everybody wearing like football pads.
Mad Max on ice.
bunch of snowmobiles.
And maybe my nose will feel like
no.
normal.
It's gonna be like a scene from the final scene from Endgame. On your left.
I want to go to Sweden now just so I can walk around and just be like, wow, I wonder where all the sunflowers are.
So yeah, and how you like the new hair? Right? Good, right?
Oh, God.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Zlatan
Ibrahimovic.
Zlatan.
That's out of love.
Even fucking Brenna said she did good.
No, the work is great, but
No,
you're
the work
still
is great.
Yeah, but we're
I'm
still
very
gonna dog
happy.
you out.
I'm very happy about what she made you do.
Yeah.
All right, fine. You want to fucking compliment? Fine. You look great. All right, you look great.
It's your personality that lets you down.
Yeah. Now we
As
gave you.
always,
We
as
gave
It's
you.
the speech.
We
the
gave.
words.
Ladies and gentlemen, you can polish a turd.
Like, we gave you your goddamn compliment. Now can we insult you? Shit.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Fuck that.
Cool.
Here's the deal. I hate you guys.
Yeah.
There it is.
It's true.
There it is.
It's true. It's true.
Speaking
Right
of
back at you.
speaking of hating things,
Is that? I mean, this is what we talk about.
look at
This is why you're the Richard Hammond of this establishment.
Meanwhile,
Segue for shit.
That was terrible. Okay.
you haven't
so
even
I
done
guess
it properly.
I guess it's my turn. I guess I'm on the clock now. First off, sorry about my voice, everybody. I had a little I had a little allergic reaction to food,
Oh.
which I hate. I hate having an allergic reaction to food.
What was it?
Hmm.
I'm not gonna say exactly what I have sensitivities to, but there was it was probably multiples of things in which it was. I have sensitivity to things like soy, so things like miso and
What salty substances?
this is what I. You know what, old man.
Fair play. Fair play.
I think
All right.
I think he's leaning into the skid. He's steering into the skid. He knows he knows we're gonna get him, so he's just like, let me just lay down some
He's
covering
ready
fire.
right
Every week, my eyes are streaming because of you fuckers.
No.
But it was
Go on, then.
a food reaction.
It was a food reaction, and
Put your guesses in the chat on what the food was.
And it just knocked me out yesterday, and I've been trying very, very hard. This is disgusting. Why are we seeing his vape in there?
Yeah, quit blowing it directly at the camera. It makes you autofocus.
Disgusting. Yeah.
Your autofocus is going insane.
Oh god.
Oh, you got your cock
I
bucket.
forgot I was using that camera, so I was trying to blow it not into that camera,
Wrong camera.
and it was the wrong camera.
Well, when you have the Weta workshop fucking set up in your office with 87 different camera angles, yeah,
This is what happens. Anyway, I'm really sorry. I'm a little squeaky, so I won't be doing a lot of talking.
I think her chair moved back.
I think it was a garage door again.
This is not good for my voice. I'm sorry.
Stop doing that.
Anyway, first off, happy Canada Day to all our Canadian friends out
Everyone
there.
get out in a boot.
Have some poutine for me.
Some maple syrup.
Spread
Maple syrup on the poutine.
No, that sounds so gross.
While wearing flannel.
So I wanna thank you.
He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Guys, listen up.
Listening.
We did it. We solved domestic terrorism. Good job, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Push the big red button.
Amazing.
Why does no one ever want to build a wall against Canada?
They're already starting their wall.
No, they hate that, so it's just easier that way.
It's called the Rockies.
It's like I think somebody put it best. Canada is like that apartment above the apartment that's cooking meth. They just want to go downstairs, get the mail, scoot back upstairs, and just act like they didn't see anything.
Yeah, guys. Nice to see you. Anyway,
no eye contact.
So the our House of Representatives, the Speaker of the House, Representative Nancy Pelosi, she officially announced the committee for January 6th insurrection.
Oh, I forgot something. Hold on one second.
I'm trying here, everybody. Okay. So the Democrats, they have Benny Thompson, Representative Benny Thompson, Representative Zoe Lofgren, Representative Adam Schiff, which is California, Representative Pete Allegar, Representative Liz Cheney. This is a very kind of shocking one because she is still the Republican Party, but she was appointed by the Democrats.
Hold on, Brenna. I got you. I mean, it's just a precaution. No need to be alarmed. Let me just wipe my camera off with this Lysol real quick. You've been coughing directly on my. Let me get that shit off of there. Okay. If I get my headphones, never be too careful.
I've got my vitamin D tablets just in case.
Great.
Calling it Joe Rogan.
Representative Stephanie Murphy, Representative Jamie Raskin, and Representative Elaine Luria. And we don't have to talk about this for very long, but first off, Kevin McCarthy, another Californian. That's why it's kind of important to me. I have a Californian on the committee, and then the minority leaders, California.
Here, just pull up the article and we'll read it. Don't try to talk. Don't try to talk because you're just making noise. Wayne, can you share her link?
No, because it's not in the chat.
Oh, it's not in the chat. Post your link.
Yeah.
Post your link in the
chat. You need to pull it up, and then we can read.
Oh, there she goes. She's got it. All right, let's do some reading. Not you,
right.
Not you, Brenna. You don't get to read. You get to breathe air. That's what you get. Suck down that cough drop you got in your mouth. Suck it.
All right. The link.
It's already up.
That, mate.
No, put it in the chat, dude, so I don't have to read from the tiny screen.
Oh.
We'll just full screen your thing.
Yeah, but then I can scroll on my own. There you go.
I can.
Fuck.
I also.
I
Can,
hate working with these people. They're just amateur.
I also can read.
All right, you want to read?
Well, go on then. Step up, Mikey. Come on.
I'm okay. Washington. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi announced Thursday her appointees to select committee aimed at investigating the January 6th insurrection attempt on the U.S. Capitol, including Republican Liz Cheney of Wyoming. The House voted Wednesday to establish the committee to study the Capitol siege. It will be comprised of 13 members, 8 appointed by Democrats and 5 with consultation from the House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy, the chamber's top Republican. The members of the committee are as follows. Representative, that's not, I was about to say, those are all Republicans. Representative Benny Thompson, Zoe Lofgren, Adam Schiff, Pete Aguilar, Liz Cheney, Stephanie Murphy, Jamie Raskin, and Elaine Luria. Thompson from Mississippi will serve as the chair of the select committee. There we go. That's what she was going to say with her voice, which is gone. We have to find out all the things that went wrong, he said on Thursday. And that's Mr. Thompson from Mississippi. Thank you, Brendan. So, yeah, they are going to find out who did what, when, and how. And I think there's going to be a lot of people who are sitting in the Capitol right now who in a couple months will no longer be sitting in that Capitol.
Well, it was also just announced that QAnon, the FBI announced that QAnon is a domestic terrorism group. So if any of these representatives are connected to QAnon, they are considered part of a domestic terrorism group. So
Sorry.
It's okay.
I was going to say, if BLM and other such groups are considered domestic terrorism groups, even though they don't have any kind of formal structure or a figurehead, then that's only fair. That's only fair because
turnabout is fair play.
Yeah. So they can't sit there as QAnon supporters and say, "Oh, BLM are domestic terrorists." Okay, well then you lot are also then, because all of the criteria meets. They're all the same. And then they go, "Oh no, we're not. We're just trying to, save our democracy and save our republic." Shut the fuck up, you prick.
Don't hold back, Wayne. Don't hold back.
Nah, it just fucks me off.
You have so few years left on this planet. We don't want you to waste time by curbing your thoughts.
I don't know. All I heard was stay off my lawn.
You just shook a cane at the camera.
Yeah, I'm just old man yelling at clouds. Yeah, come on. Get it all out of you. Get it all out of you. Come on.
Now, do you?
No. I have to do this. So the reason we are getting back to this is because tomorrow is Wayne's 40th.
No. It's my offensively late 20th. I'm double top tomorrow in regards to darts terms. So I'm 2020.
Wayne, it's your birthday.
Happy
birthday,
you haven't
Wayne.
been 2020 in I don't know. But before anyone else do,
Happy birthday. Got his ass.
for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow.
There's
It's
not
only
one of us.
none of us.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I am.
Look at him.
I am old as fuck tomorrow.
Oh, the gray hair is coming in nice.
Oh, I've got a salt and pepper beard and salt and pepper hair.
That's the thing now. They're loving, like, dad bods are in and the salt and pepper. Oh, you get that seasoning right on your hair.
Yeah.
Wayne's got all of that.
I'm doing my Big Drish tribute act.
And if you want to look, but here's the deal, right? So there's actually a thing called dadcore now. Have you heard
What?
about that?
Dadcore
No.
music.
No, dadcore is an actual thing. You know, like when you have, you know, the functional pants with, you know, like the patches on their knees and, you know, the multiple, you know, stuff like that. And you have like a dad bod and you have like a water bottle that is refillable, always
yeah.
with you. So you don't have to pay for water. Now that's wine.
It's water.
Water.
There's water in it.
And you know, when you do all those things that dads do, you know, it's incredible fucking story about this dad, and it's fantastic. It's from one of my favorite podcasts. Is in Swedish, and it's fantastic. It's this girl who's a host of this podcast, and she goes around and she's looking for a yoga mat.
Wow.
For weeks, and her dad comes over.
That's really cool.
And he gives her back her yoga mat, but there's like 1/3 of the yoga mat just gone because he realized it was really good insulation from when he was doing the pipes in her apartment. That's serious dadcore.
Like,
And you have to mention insulation being in the job.
See?
and just to your point, Jartan, I do have a refillable water bottle, and it's also a soda stream.
Yeah, that's dadcore.
Oh my god, I'm so fucking old.
I start like my like Amazon, like what you viewed thing. The only thing I'm getting ads for now are tool sets, like wrenches and shit, and power tools, stuff for my power washer, a bunch of saws, and I'm just like, holy shit! It happens so slowly and so subtly, but
Yeah,
I'm becoming an old man.
it's
Mikey,
a soft kill.
you're dadcore now.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Mikey, I get nothing but adverts for shower heads.
I just bought a fucking shower head last week. Or 2 weeks ago. I bought it. It showed up. It's great. Mine's got a filter in it, so it filters out all the hard water.
This has got all the little balls in it.
Yeah, that's the shit I got.
Oh, God.
Nature is healing itself.
Oh man,
The universe is finally.
You know, that makes a lot of sense because as a young man, I definitely just broke shit. So now that I'm in my older years, all I want to do is fix things. I just want to fix shit.
I'll tell you when I knew that I was becoming full-on dad mode. When I was younger, my old man used to scream at me for squeezing the toothpaste from the middle.
Oh my God, it's the most annoying thing now. It's the most annoying thing. You want to set me off first thing in the morning? If you want to set me off first fucking thing, put a big fucking divot in the middle of the fucking toothpaste and I will fucking go ballistic.
I say to Kerry all the time, can you please squeeze it from the bottom?
We were talking about the fucking trash bags earlier. We're fucking old men. We're a bunch of geriatrics.
It has a name. It's dadcore. All of these things that we're talking about, it's called dadcore. Like me and Wayne, we're actual dads, but you're dadcore before you're a dad, Mikey.
I'm Uncle Core.
We are part of a subculture we didn't even know existed.
Exactly, and it's fantastic. I found this website, and I was the happiest.
Whoa!
We have found our people. We have finally found our people.
And I just no.
I hate you.
No, it's dadcore. It's dadcore. It's fantastic.
I'm getting dad life tatted on my lower back tomorrow.
Yeah. No, but and Wayne, you don't have to install this to your laptop.
Oh, there's a hot take.
So here, this is from the chat. Thank you, Frustrated Atheist. He says, Wayne, if this were the 1st century CE, you would be the village elder.
I would be. Come and sit under my learning tree, people.
The learning tree.
All right, it's about this time. I have to change my cam so I can.
Oh, here we go.
No, here it comes. Here we go.
Look at me, he's waving my dick about.
Right. Oh, come on, Mikey, full screen me. You know you want to. Ah, there you go.
Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look.
Yeah, look at Vidal Sassoon.
Fuck off.
Vidal
Alright.
Ibrahimovic.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm trying to do something here. As soon as you're done. As soon as you're done.
Oh, look at him!
You done?
Look at him with his little pouty model face. Shut up, you! Are you done? And then he kind of wah across the camera.
The thing is, Mikey, you don't know how hard it is to be ridiculously good looking.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
All right.
Who changed it?
I don't know. It's 'cause
All
it's
right.
worth it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. We do have quite a few patrons. They are fantastic. We love you. But if you want to see more of this, please go to patreon.com/TheBinPodcast. Our current patrons are Richard, Christian.
Richard! Hey,
Austin.
what? You forgot the whole thing.
Oh, sorry. Richard,
Richard!
Christian,
Hey, girl, what you doing after the show? Hey.
Me.
Gross.
What? She works in elderly care. What's it?
Continue.
Fucking Austin, fucking Fowdy over
Austin.
there.
Fucking motherfucking Fowdy.
Good.
Do what?
Stuart.
David.
Hello, David.
Up, Dave.
Miss Nana.
Hi, Mom.
Hello, Mum.
Oh, and apparently she does watch the show occasionally, but then she says, she's like, yeah, I'll flick it on every once in a while. I see that you guys go live. And then like after about 10 minutes, I turn it off. I was like, that's probably for the best.
She likes it when I flick it on.
Really, Wayne? Really? I know you're my mom's age, but she's already married. Thank you very much.
We got the omnipotent Tons of Mice.
Tons.
Rest in peace, Tons of Mice.
Barbara.
Hi, Barbara.
We got Jenna Duncan.
You married them off.
Frenemy you.
We got Susan.
Hi, Susu.
We got Divine Disbelief.
Hello, Nathaniel.
We got Elena.
Elena.
We got Ragabash.
Ragabash Dabbler, the one and only.
We got Leclerc.
Leclerc. What up, girl?
We got Utah Outcasts.
Big X. Big X in the building.
We got VOP, Voices from the Underground podcast.
Yeah, that's not a show anymore. Dig on America is though.
DOA.
But it says Voices from the Underground.
Yeah, that's not your fault.
Dead on arrival. And then we have the blue one themselves.
Big Blue. I think he's in Australia.
Yeah, that's our newest Patreon. So thanks to all of you. We appreciate it. We will love you.
Love you guys.
Thank you so much for supporting the show. We are trying to do better. We're trying to do more. I was going to live stream when I picked up my dad today, but I forgot my cameras. So, well, that went well. But
you had people, cameras,
stuff.
plural.
It's actually right over there. It's charged. I just forgot to bring it. And I just went, power! And then it went up.
Meanwhile,
no, the thing is, we want to do more. We want to do more by you. Please help us out. We are gonna, even if you don't give us money, we're still gonna do this shit. But if you want it to be better,
yeah,
we want and possibly be in suits, like Savile Row suits.
And I'm gonna go pee now.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so that's oversharing.
Is that okay?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do podcasting while holding my.
No, that's fine. Just
You have your lord and elder's permission.
And he forgot to mention, but there is some very cool stuff behind the paywall. Like Brenna's new show is behind the paywall.
Mhm.
And as soon as she's not sicky poo, we can get her drunk again. And
Yeah.
and that is
I'm telling you-
one of my favorite hours of our fucking content. That's my
The-
favorite hour.
It's worth the admission fee alone. Just drunk Brenna is fantastic. It's it's a sight to behold. It's just like
She loves everyone when she's drunk, except
It's-
Gartan apparently.
it's Brenna once you take the handbrake off.
Mm. Once you realize that you just have to push the clutch in to shift gears, oh, it's off.
Mhm.
You're off to the races now.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And she hits 88 mile an hour. Boom.
Back to the future.
Exactly.
All right.
Brenna, how's the voice holding up?
Huh?
Oh no.
It's the amount of yelling I want to do at you guys, but I can't.
So
David.
this
No, but before we leave, I just want to do one thing.
Leave?
No, before we move on. Sorry, to the next topic.
Sorry.
Before we move on, I want you to meet somebody. I haven't met this man in 6 months, and he just arrived today. It's the best man in the world. Can I please bring my dad in?
yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah, bring him
go on.
in.
You just can say hi to him. All right, I'll go get him. Papa?
Papa.
Papa, can you hear me?
Papa. My friends wish to greet you.
Please, Papa.
We're just gonna see a Heineken go smash into the glass, and then he comes in with a black eye. He said no.
If he walks in like
Decline.
if he walks in like Gimli from Lord of the Rings, kick it off.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Dad.
Hello.
How are you? Can you hear
Hello,
us?
Daddy Jartan.
How are you?
Very
Wonderful.
When?
He is.
I've had better.
This year, he's going to be 67 years old. He just took his bike 350 miles to come see me because he's fully vaccinated. And we haven't
Woohoo!
seen each other since Christmas. So
Good
Woohoo!
lad.
that's a badass fucking man right there.
Woohoo!
us?
All right.
Aw.
Oh,
I've got it. It says, "Dad,
Right.
son, best friends for life."
Aw, cool.
That tear makes me so, so beautiful. Round of applause.
That's my dad right there.
Wait,
look! No, seriously, man. I want to stop for a minute. I'm really smitten about how proud you are of your old man there. That's beautiful.
No,
That's beautiful, man.
I love him, and I haven't been able to see my family because of Corona for 6 months. And as soon as they opened, so he could use his Corona passport because he's fully vaccinated, he took his bike and he just drove over here to spend a weekend with me, and it means the world. It means the world. I get to see my dad for 3 days. It's fantastic.
No. What you should have said is he got on his unicorn and he fired through the snow.
We're
get
not
to you.
supposed to talk about the Bifrost.
Oh,
Oh, you screwed it up again. Sorry.
This just in
Memory
from
wipe.
this just in from the chat. It's from Val, and she says, "Me and Brenna are gonna get drunk together." Brenna, can you not seduce everyone in the chat every episode? Can you tone it down?
Isn't that why you have me here? Isn't
No,
that
wait.
the only good reason?
I stand corrected.
You're taking Kristen
And
and Jenna
and Jenna and
Yeah.
Val.
and now
now
you're
Val.
taking my Val as well.
Yeah.
I'm
Can
pretty
we-
sure
can we-
Dr.
can we
Emma
not-
as
Really?
well.
What the fuck?
Oh.
can we not just pixelate Brenna?
We tried.
Pixelate her
There
and
we
then
go.
No,
Yeah.
This
there
is
we go.
better.
pixelate her and do when they put a voice, an actor's voice. So
We
like
have to-
James Earl
Just
Jones or
like-
something, do Brenna's voice.
All right.
Like a voice box kind of thing.
Yeah, do a vocoder.
What is happening? All right.
That's a great
That-
segue into yours, Mikey.
Yeah, it is.
What's happening?
Can someone pull up the link for me, please?
It wasn't here when you put up the link. Can you put it out there again? I can pull up the link.
Come on, Wayne, you can do this. I believe in you.
No, don't ask him to do anything.
He can
thinks
do
that
it.
he installed something.
No,
He can do it. I believe in him.
no, I've got to put. No, I don't know how to. Hang on.
All right.
No,
I wanted you to succeed so bad.
no. I literally just clicked on the link and I was like, "That's not what I'm supposed to do."
Well, you do have to do that, and then you have to share that for everyone else to see.
Again, you're doing the New York Times thing where we don't have a subscription and we
Yeah.
can't do this.
Yeah.
Oh,
We've told you we are in
I forgot you're in Europe.
the
You're.
civilized world,
It's okay.
and we
That's
pay
why
for
I'm going to
stuff.
read. That's why I'm going to
We don't
read my
do-
link.
Here, it's
we
fine.
don't think stuff is free. People, reporters need to get paid too.
Yeah, I
Otherwise, you get Fox News.
know.
Sick
That's
of
what.
Mike. You just cap it at the
That's true.
shill.
That's why I paid the New York Times so I can watch your stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah.
I will share it. Hopefully, it doesn't screw up all the video stuff. Sorry, guys, if it doesn't look great on the stream. You'll have to forgive me, but it's necessary. And there we go. Okay. Bill Cosby's release from prison. Explained.
Everyone read Mikey's tabs.
Get out of my tabs.
Only can't. Sorry.
I do that on a separate tab. Thank you very much.
Look at Mikey. It's not his first rodeo.
Here is breakdown. Here is the breakdown of legal issues surrounding a Pennsylvania Supreme Court ruling that abruptly let disgraced entertainer out of prison. Have you guys already heard about this?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Any thoughts? Preliminary thoughts on him getting out?
Preliminary thoughts? Oh God. Like the whole idea is to put rapists away for life. Like we don't want them. We don't want them out. We don't want them gathering a following that says, yeah, you can drug people and rape them.
I think this shows the fragility of the American judicial system when it comes to these matters, because you've got a statute of limitations on rape cases. Is that correct?
I don't
Not
know.
any-
I don't know for
Not
certain.
anymore. I think in places like New York, I think they actually removed the statute of limitations, because one of the reasons why is because rape kits are so backlogged that by the 5 or 10 year, depending on where you are, some of those cases will be out of that. So I think a lot of those bigger cities have moved to either expand it to 25 years or to remove that.
I mean, this case is quite pertinent to what's going on over here, in the sense of there's a big highlighting in the media of the lack of rape cases that go to trial or even go anywhere past no further action, because there's this kind of hesitancy, and it shows that the failures in the judicial system to take women seriously when these accusations come to light. And it also then instills this idea in women that have been sexually assaulted or raped that they're not going to be believed. And stuff like this just goes to reinforce that, and it fucks me off.
But can I just say one thing before we move on? One of the biggest problems that we have with rape cases, can we take Bill Cosby out of the room, because I'm actually getting nauseous just looking at him. One of the problems that we have is that the drunk and being raped while intoxicated or being drugged or being assaulted by someone, that's on an average statistically less than 10% of rapes. The other 90% of rapes is by somebody that you know. or in the confines of a home.
Yeah.
And it's so because if somebody assaults you in a park and you get beat down, it's not as hard to prove, and it's not word to word, your word against his word about the rape. It's so much more evidence to the fact that there's been a rape. It's not a date rape situation more, and that's so what we're talking about in Bill Cosby's situation is that yes, he was a man in power and he did all of these horrible things, but we have to remember that 90% of women who allege a rape don't have a case from the get-go because of the way that we demand proof, evidence of a crime being committed. Not over 90%, right? And I'm not saying that we should lower the burden of proof because I don't have a solution for this. But statistically, 90+% of reported rapes cannot be actually acquitted
Proven.
as rapes because it's his words and her words, right? So how do we come about this? This is such an incredibly vast fucking thing to talk about.
I know what you're saying. It's a really nuanced sort of situation because there are, like you say, the massive percentage of rapes are carried out by people that know the victim. So a lot of them go unreported, and the ones that do get reported tend to not meet that criteria, as you say. Here's the threshold, but the threshold is so high that it puts a lot of women off from coming forward and reporting it because it's like, oh, I'm not going to be believed. And the problem that does is it puts the power with the person who's committed the rape or the sexual assault.
No. All right. So here's the deal. I'm not a native speaker. I don't speak English on an everyday. I need Mikey to explain this to me so that we could use the proper term.
It's just bad. I put over in the side chat, let's avoid the R word because it's triggering for people, and
Okay.
the bots really hate that.
Didn't see that. Sorry.
Yeah, and they will take down our stream. So we all know what we're talking about. So we don't want to
sexual assault.
Yeah,
Let's,
that's
Yeah.
so
I've just
let's
seen that.
use
Sorry.
that prerogative, all right? So
it's not that you said something bad. It's just because we're streaming on the internet and there's strange. Okay, it's because we're in front of strangers, so we want to be sensitive to people's trigger points, and we also want to keep our show going. You know what I mean? So
no, I get that. You're the veteran streamer. You know, because you're old and stuff.
Not only that, but I understand the whole trigger point thing on that word, right? So, but let's not forget, like as I said, the sexual assault thing, where you get assaulted in a park or, get cornered and actually like tossed down, is less than 5%. Then you have the date sexual assault thing, where it's somewhere around 5%, right? And then you have the 90% that is done by a partner, someone you know, in the confines of your home, all of that. For us to be discussing this huge thing that legal scholars has been trying to battle with. And here's one of the great takes of the day. Male legal scholars have been battling. There has been too few women writing these laws, right? That's my opinion on this. We need more women to be able to influence these laws, because I think that Sweden went a long way after 2016. 2018, we got the consent law, right? You have to have explicit consent
Mm-hmm.
where not only inserting your organ into her, my penis into her vagina would constitute the R thingy, but actually inserting anything into her
Yeah.
would be that.
Mhm.
And I would need explicit consent for me to be able to do that. If she does not give me explicit consent does not mean that I have to draw up a contract like the right wing fucking nutterbus. Like, it's
Mm.
93% of communication is non-verbal. There's many ways of getting consent of doing this, right?
Hey, clipboards are floor play for us. You have a whole little stack of them sitting right by the bed. It's like check here for kissing, check here for licking. Oh, it's a bunch of check boxes that she hits, and then I promptly just ball that paper up, and then I go play.
Basically,
And then I go play
Chris is
Xbox.
watching all the videos of Brenna, and you're watching the Deviants, and then you make it work somehow.
We just kind of, we make it happen. But I think we're kind of getting into the mire of sexual assault as a whole.
Right.
That's not what the story's about. I will grant you those points, and if we want to revisit that, we totally should.
Yeah,
But
let's
we're
get
talking about
whole long conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
Let's
just saying,
get back to Mr.
it-
Cosby.
it's bigger. It's
Right.
bigger.
right. Okay.
One thing I would like to say about this is now that he is released, he is now free to talk to people. And he can talk to the press, and he can become his own martyr about how he was wronged and how they all lied. And these, 50 some odd women are just trying to get him because he's a rich black man, and famous and all this stuff that it's now that's kind of that. Now he still has a platform. When he was away, we could just forget about. I totally forgot about him. But now that he's out, he's now a public figure again.
This is someone who does genuinely deserve to be deplatformed. Don't talk to him. Just fuck him off.
But
Just
that's not news. These people are. He's gonna go on and he's gonna get interviews by everybody talking about his experience and what he learned and what has happened ever since. I don't care anymore. I'm done with this guy. I'm over him.
But to your point, Brenna, this is where he will display his martyrdom. He will sit there and try and become the victim himself, just to put himself over and just to try and reestablish some sort of credibility. And I don't. And the problem is, the media will whore themselves to him to get eyeballs on their product. So someone will say exclusive interview with Bill Cosby purely just to get eyeballs on it. And if that does happen, I genuinely hope that the public at large just boycott it and just say, no, fuck that channel, fuck that show, we're not watching that, this is bullshit. And it will take something like that where they are losing ratings and they are losing viewership, they are losing advertisers to stop people doing this. But the problem is, like any sort of car crash, people will stop and look. And that is my fear when it comes to this kind of thing. And then it normalizes it, and then it becomes, oh, it's fine. And everything's forgotten.
Guys, we've buried the lead twice now. Come on.
Yeah.
He's out for a reason. Let's talk about the reason he's out.
Yeah.
Okay. Not what happens when he gets out.
It was a civil case, wasn't it?
No, but here's yeah.
Okay.
No, Mikey, go ahead.
Okay.
Why is he out?
So why did the court overturn the conviction? Because he was convicted of these crimes, right? He was let out because prosecutors violated Mr. Cosby's rights by reneging on an apparent promise not to charge him, the court majority ruled. In 2005, Bruce L. Castor Jr., who was the district attorney in Montgomery County, PA, outside Philly, issued a news release saying that he had declined to charge Mr. Cosby over the matter. Mr. Cosby then sat for depositions in a separate lawsuit filed against him by Miss Constant, who was mentioned earlier, one of the victims of sexual assault, which he paid her $3.38 million to settle in 2006. Right. But a subsequent district attorney, second dude, reversed Mr. Castor's decision and charged the entertainer with assaulting Mrs. Constant after all. In trial, prosecutors used what Mr. Cosby had said in the deposition, his admission that in decades past he had given quaaludes to women in an effort to have sex with them, as evidence against him. We hold that when a prosecutor makes an unconditional promise of non-prosecution, and when the defendant relies upon that guarantee to the detriment of his constitutional right not to testify, the principle of fundamental fairness that undergirds due process of law in our criminal justice system demands that the promise be enforced. And that's the big thing there. And that's why we didn't really get to it when it came to the capital stuff. When you prosecute people, there are literal books and books and books about how to do it properly. Because, yeah, Bill Cosby is a fucking monster. A fucking monster. But he's still a fucking citizen. And we have to prosecute him correctly, or else, if you renege on a deal, he gets out of fucking jail now. Because we didn't fucking and I know people are like, oh, well, fuck him anyway. It's like, we have to, like, Ike, former guest of the show, she went live on this a couple days ago, and she's like, or even when she was talking with us and about the Chauvin trial, and when people were getting all bent out of shape and like, no, fuck that, don't give him no fair trial, just fucking lock his ass up to it. It's like, if a white cop can't get a fair trial, what fucking chance do you have? What chance do my clients have? We can make the law. We can update it and try for better execution, but we cannot subvert it just because we don't like somebody. If we're subverting it, then it's vigilante, and we might as well just string them up out front of the courthouse. You know what I'm saying?
Then it becomes mob rule.
Yeah, and it
public opinion,
and it can't be that.
No.
And this dude, fucking, what was that second? What did he say?
It doesn't really matter what his name is, right? The thing is that the law is what the law is. The law might not be right or just or whatever, but the law is what the law is, and we can only judge people based on the laws that we have right now. We cannot. We can always improve on our laws in our justice system. Like it has to evolve and it has to improve. But yeah, based on what you told us about this, him being released on prison in the letter of the law is correct.
You have to let him out. It's a mistrial.
Yeah, you have to let him out. And we can feel and we can think whatever the fuck we want about that fact. But the letter of we have to follow the laws. What are we and this is one of the things, like when we talked so many weeks ago about the kill your local pedophile thing, or where we talked about sexual assault, or where we talk about this, right? How do we determine guilt? We use the law, right? We use the court, we use the court system, and we rely on that to find the truth. The court system is not perfect. It can always be improved, but we have to listen to that. Right? It's not perfect, but it's what we have right now, and then we have to work to get it better than it was yesterday.
In my opinion, every judge.
Just a last thing. One of the biggest problems that US have is the thing where you do those deals. We don't have that over here, where you do that like plea deal.
The plea deals,
I think the plea deals, not to have it go into trial because it costs the state a lot of money to get the whole trial, and you have to get the juries in and all that, and then you just say, hey, we're going to charge you on 6 felonies and blah 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 blah, but we're going to let you off with 2 years if you just plead guilty to these 2 accounts.
There is a logic behind plea bargaining, though.
There is a logic to it, but it doesn't work in practice. The only thing that we know works in practice is a fair trial as you can do it, and then trying to rehabilitate people while they're incarcerated, not punishing them but rehabilitating them so they actually have a viable chance in society when they get out. US has fundamentally and unequivocally failed in this. You
I
are
agree.
about punishment, not about rehabilitation and reintegration into society. You are all about looking it up eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and just that's it.
I fundamentally disagree on that point.
All right. Okay.
I'll tell you for why. Because America has industrialized their prison population, so there's an incentive, especially with the private prisons, to keep people in prison for longer, to make those people in servitude to private industry. Because I mean, how big is the prison economy, Mikey, in America?
How
big is it?
How many prisoners, or how much money does it make?
No, how much money does a prison population make for private corporations?
I'll look it up real quick.
Because that's something that is queering the pitch of the judiciary in America.
So
because it's
but that's not the opposite of what I said, though. Like, even if
no. All I'm saying is it's a different slant on what you said.
But it's for the general population, the victims and the victims' families. It's not about the prison complex or that. It's about punishment. It's about somebody being punished for something, and the punishment should be equivalent to the crime. It should be an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. How that is being capitalized on or financed, I'm not going to go into because I'll have a whole lot of fucking viewpoints on that. It's about the court system right now, not about prisons. It's about how we measure that. And it's not. It's about punishment. It's not about rehabilitation. That's the point I'm trying to make. To who makes money of that, I'm not going to get into tonight.
Hold on. So, according to Unicor's most recent annual report, it employs more than 17,000 incarcerated workers doing everything from heavy manufacturing to computer-aided design. It brings in more than $500 million in revenue annually, and that's one company.
So that goes to show you that the American judicial system is incentivized to keep people in prison, and then when they, as Tim has just said in the chat, when people get released from prison, they want them to come back because it's like a worker on holiday.
No,
they need to.
So does the state attorney work for the prison complex? Is that your take?
No, I'm saying they're incentivized to put people back in prison.
So now you're talking about, the state attorney being paid by the private. That would be.
That's speculation on your part. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying.
I'm just asking. Like, is there a correlation between the two? Because if you're saying
there doesn't have to be like a check handed over from the prisons for profit to the DA, to the state's attorney. It doesn't have to be that way. It's just the laws are so punitive that there is no way for anyone to not go to jail, essentially. Like, you're gonna go to jail and you're gonna make these people money, and the laws are written in ways that the mandatory minimums and all that shit, they're gonna get at least this, at least this, at least this. You know what I'm saying? It's
way easier to put somebody in prison than get them out.
Correct.
Like, it's way easier, and so it's faster just to put them in prison and then let the appeals and all that bring them out if they need to. But one thing, Jartain, you actually are correct that there's lobbying that happens within our prison for profit systems that go into these elections for judges, for district attorneys, for sheriffs, that make sure that happens. Now, one thing that just occurred today was that in California, when you get funding for your elections, you have to, or elections or charitable organizations, you have to disclose who it came by. So I believe one of the appeals courts, or Supreme Court, I don't even Supreme Court. It was Supreme Court. Overturned that, said it was not that it violated the rights, your First Amendment right, that organizations have to disclose who gives them money. So now, all that funding that's now going from prison lobbies to the federal judges, fair game.
And then there was some more questions in the chat, and I think like the next little part of this article kind of explains it. It says, "Why did Mr. Castor say he would not charge Mr. Cosby?" Mr. Castor, who this year was one of the defense lawyers in President Donald J. Trump's second impeachment trial before the Senate, has said that he announced in 2005 that Mr. Cosby would not be charged in an effort to prevent him from invoking his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination. So he would have to testify in Miss Constand's coming civil case. In 2016, when Cosby's defense team was trying to get the criminal charges thrown out, it took the unusual step of calling Mr. Castor as a witness at a pretrial hearing. He testified that he believed Miss Constand, but did not think that the evidence was enough to prove her accusations beyond a reasonable doubt. He defended his decision as a way to help her suit. "I decided that we would not prosecute Mr. Cosby, and that would set a chain of events that would get some justice for Andrea Constant," Mr. Castor said. So I think he was trying to settle it out of court, and that's why they wanted him to. That's why they deposed him the way that they did. They said that they weren't going to prosecute just to get something for her, because they thought his legal team was going to just sandbag the whole process and just pretty much let him out scot-free. So at that point, they said, you know what? Well, let's just get him to confess. We won't prosecute, and then he'll settle out of court, and that's the best. That's not a bad shout. He tried to get something for her, knowing that we're not going to be able to get this guy. His team is too strong. We're not going to be able to get him. So we'll do this in the meantime. And then the second guy comes in and he blows that deal apart. Problem is, now you have violated his constitutional rights, and now he's out.
And this is what I'm saying. Like, the whole legal systems are so complex. I believe that this ruling is correct based on the rule of law. I also think that everybody had the best intentions doing what they did. It just didn't turn out the way that it should have been.
Yeah.
But based on this situation, and I actually learned a new word. And I don't know how to translate it yet, but it's a word that describes how you determine something on today's information, on the information that somebody had when they did it. It's an actual word for that. So if I was, a prosecutor back in 1940 something,
the year Wayne was born.
Yeah.
Fucking prick.
And everybody was like, "No, Hitler's not such a bad guy." But
I think the word's hindsight, mate.
No. But it's an actual word on how it's not applicable for you to use today's morals based on what's been done on that day's morals, right?
Oh, okay.
So you know, if something was a right to do 30 years ago, based on the social guidelines on 30 years ago, and somebody did that based on that, then you cannot judge them today
Right.
on what they did 30 years ago based on what was okay then. If they still doing that today, it's okay to judge them, but you can't do it because they did it when it was acceptable and morally, socially, and ethically and legally acceptable. We can't always go back and say, and based on the rule of law as of now, it's a fucked up decision. It's fucked up that Bill Cosby is not.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you what it is, mate. That's called the Nuremberg defense.
Yeah.
What? No.
That's what that. No, it is. I was just following orders.
That's not what it called. It's a word.
It's a Nuremberg defense.
No.
I was just following orders.
Yep. And I think it's important that we understand, and by no stretch of the imagination am I happy that Bill Cosby is a free man right now. By no stretch of the imagination. But we need things like that in the law so that when prosecutors lie or violate people's rights to imprison them, there has to be a legal recourse to release that person. And that's what the appeals court is all about. It's about getting people out of jail. Do I think Bill Cosby should go to jail for all the other shit that he did? Absolutely. Thing is, we have to prove that. We have to prove that. We have to do it the right way. We have to play by the rules so that he cannot escape again. Right? So you have to play by the rules if you want to keep people in jail for doing bad stuff. Because there's plenty of innocent motherfuckers sitting in jail right now who are trying to figure out the same thing that Bill Cosby's team figured out in 3 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to pull up the handbrake on this conversation and lead us into our after show. And to get people thinking of what they want to talk about in the after show, I've got a little subject that's been pretty viral over here. There were two guys that accosted our chief medical officer after a drunken night out at an anti-vax rally in central London. Chris Whitty was accosted by two guys and they just wanted a selfie and they grabbed hold of him like, hey, let's get a selfie.
Yeah.
All that kind of thing. And one of the guys lost their job because they posted it on social media. Social media went boom, went everywhere. And now this guy is out of a job because of his actions on social media. My question to you before we wrap and transitioning into the after show to think about is, should our social media behavior impact our employment status outside of the internet realm? That's what I want to talk about.
All right. Nobody answer. Take us home.
Nobody answer. Right. No, shut up.
No,
shut up. I'm doing the top.
Presentism.
Oh, presentism. Okay, that was the word he was trying to think of. Okay.
Oh, okay. Could have just tweeted it.
Take us home, Wayne.
Could that not have been in an email?
It could have been an email, but you don't read your emails because you're 954 years old.
He doesn't have email installed on his laptop.
Yeah, I'm just sitting there with my stone tablet, fucking chiseling away.
With his abacus.
Bunch of pricks. Anyway, yeah.
For he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, for he's a jolly good fellow, and so say none of us.
Like the siren in the background. That's quite.
Sorry, there's an emergency nearby me.
Yeah. So yeah. This has been the Bin Podcast. Tomorrow is going to be my birthday. I'm going to be in my offensively late 20s as of midnight today. And you have been joined by Mikey Fleming, Jartan Reen, Brenna Duncan, and we would like you to come and join us in the after show. Thank you for being here, and we bid you adieu.